Buy in bulk at a retailer and you'd expect a discount, right?
Absolutely.
Well, in the last few years of this property boom, that concept is really taking off, with group buying becoming more popular amongst those struggling to buy a home. As a group, you have greater bargaining power and the savings can total hundreds of thousands of dollars. Well, to find out more, we're joined by property investment expert Nathan Birch, the co-founder of B.Invested. Nathan, great to see you again. Thanks for coming on the program.
Pleasure.
So tell us just a little bit about how group buying works, because this isn't a lot of people getting together to buy one property, is it? This is individual.
That's the confusion. Yes, that had me in the beginning. I thought,
that it was a group of people buying one, but no. This is...
So what's your big plan? You always take things a bit bigger, don't you? A bit further at B.Invested. What's this one?
A little bit different. So back in the day, like probably 5-6 years ago, I was buying a lot of bulk deals via bank repos and stuff like that, so getting things at a discounted rate. And obviously, as we've seen the property market heat up throughout the country, it's become more and more difficult to get those sort of deals. And last year, I realised with the changes in APRA that developers, need a little bit of help when getting some of their projects off the ground. And I've seen a lot of people doing group selling where they'll come together and actually try and sell the property and get a higher price for it.
Very popular.
Exactly. And I realised, why don't I just go back to my old-fashioned things that worked for me in the past and use it with brand new properties and be able to buy them in bulk and get them at a discount.
So the concept of group buying is individuals coming together who all want to buy a property. They all join forces, buy together.
Correct. So
through B.Invested,
through
or a broker.
Whoever. So the deals are very complex. Obviously, when you've got so many moving parts, 50 people, 100 people, 300 people, whatnot. So it's very important that it all goes through seamlessly. But I've done this I've been a part of tens of thousands of real estate transactions over the years. And this has been a way which is, proven to myself and to my clients where we've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a Saturday morning. People are going to be camping out at a block of land, trying to get an opportunity to buy a block of land. And I guess we're buying it off market at a wholesale price as well.
So which comes first? You getting together a group of people who want to get into the market? Or do you find a large tract of property that you can get a hold of? Obviously, this is obviously new properties, land house packages. Is that what you're buying into?
I pull it back into two steps. So what I do is I go out and negotiate the land and get the land at a discounted price. And then I go to the builders and negotiate to get discounting building. So I just charge a fee. I don't get paid a commission or anything from the developers. I charge a fee to the client because I represent the client as a buyer's agent.
How much is that?
It's $16,500.
So a flat fee?
Flat fee.
No matter what kind of property?
If you've bought 30 properties or 20 properties?
That's correct.
I mean, not 10 or 5, obviously, because only wimps would be going for 5.
Exactly. I've seen, obviously a lot of stuff that's being thrown around out there from the government not being able to do anything for the housing unaffordability and stuff like that. And I see it as an opportunity. Not in obviously I'm renowned for helping investors out, but this is a market where I see this being able to help out first home buyers get a foot in the doors on the property market. I just picked up some property down south in Sydney. Purchase price $285 for the land. They'll build for about $280, so they're into a house and land in Sydney for under $600,000 in the current market, brand new house.
What's in this for developers and builders? Why would they want to be part of this?
With developers, normally they have to pay large commissions to sell a property and stuff like that. But the biggest thing is, from our side, we cut all the fat out of the deal. So getting it at a wholesale rate, they've already got the sales lined up. So
they don't have to spend money then on marketing?
Don't have to spend money on marketing. They activate their bank's lending requirements. So the lending for developers has gotten a lot tighter over the last 12, 18 months. And therefore, that has meant that they need to have X amount of pre-sales. So if I can walk into an estate and take out half of their estate at a wholesale rate, then the buyers it's a win-win.
And the builders as well, because you're going to come in and get out fast.
Yeah, the builders.
The money's there.
When it comes to the builders, I've got a team of builders which we negotiate cheap housing. So we're building, master build homes at the spec home prices. They're getting a wholesale rate on the builders. So it's, I guess, taking things to that.
Is there any catch? Is the deposit double what you'd normally pay or anything like that?
The deposit's just a standard 5 to 10% deposit. There is risks that are associated, so just buyer beware if someone's out there trying to do it. You need to make sure you're dealing with reputable builders out there and reputable developers. You don't want to be dealing with someone that hasn't been able to have a track record of being able to pull this off, because quite often you will see people go broke out there, and it's imperative that when you're putting this sort of deal together, you need to be working with someone that's going to be able to complete it and come through with the goods.
And you've got muscle. I mean, let's face it, you have got real estate muscle.
If you're in a group too, like you've got bargaining power if there's a group of you.
Exactly, and my goal this year is to help out 5,000 first home buyers.
5,000?
Yeah, 5,000.
Okay, fine.
It's and the deals, they're in all different parts of Sydney, whether it be out Western Sydney, the Hills District, Central Coast, down south. I just did one which is settling shortly in Box Hill, out in the northwest area. Purchase price is $11.20 per square metre, where the retailing at $1,400 a square metre. Most people are making, just on that component.
So, what kind of discount could someone get on?
Just on the land, 100, 150, 200 grand, and then when it comes to the build cost...
That's the discount, the saving.
The saving, yeah. So I've had some people make $1 million in 12 months from doing a duplex type development like this, but on average I'd say between 100 to 500,000 you make from going down this road and cutting.
Is it hard to get the group together? And how many do you need to get a deal done? How many in the group?
I would imagine it would be hard normally. I haven't tried doing it just on a personal level. It's more of us coming together and the power of people working together to get these discounts. But depending on how many pieces of stock a developer has that they need to offload, so it could be as small as 10, or it could be 50, it could be 100, and obviously there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to putting a deal like this together. So
because people want different properties or different spots of land, or maybe they all want the same one.
The emotion comes involved, or the fear of if you've got 10 people, for example, one person might get scared of one little thing or something like that. So it's important. There's a lot of work that goes to get it all to go smoothly, but that's what I do.
But people who have just come to this area, they don't know your background. How old were you when you bought your first house?
Bought my first house at the age of 18.
That's right.
Through it. Made my first $1 million.
How many have you bought for you?
I've probably transacted and bought and sold from the ones that have sold over 250, 300 properties. I own over 200 properties today, self-made from Western Sydney, and 31 years old. And from my own personal side of things, I've always talked about, setting up foundations, building an investment portfolio, etc. But for me moving forward as well personally, I've got enough land personally. I don't sell my properties when I...
Got enough land for your own country now?
I've got enough land to build probably about the next 1,000 properties for myself. So, that's my...
Amazing.
Sort of,
amazing story.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Group buying.
Group buying.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
And, I guess putting the power back in people's hands and returning that property clock to the price of yesteryear.
Good on you. It's great.
Nathan Birch, great to talk to you as always.
Ladies.
Thank you so much for that, co-founder of B.Invested.